When you think of groundbreaking filmmakers who have revolutionized the art of cinema and television, one name that undeniably stands out is David Lynch. Known for his surreal, disturbing, and often enigmatic storytelling, Lynch has created some of the most iconic works in modern media. But who is David Lynch beyond his surrealist films and eccentric characters? What led to his passing, and what legacy has he left behind? In today's video, we're diving deep into the life, achievements, and legacy of David Lynch, a man whose work has haunted and inspired us all. Let's take a look at the visionary mind that shaped the world of cinema, television, and beyond. David Lynch was born on January 20th, 1946, in Missoula, Montana, to a middle-class family. His father, Donald, was a research scientist for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and his mother, Emily, was a teacher. The family moved frequently due to his father's work, and this nomadic lifestyle would later shape Lynch's views on isolation, fear, and the unknown. This constant movement across the American landscape gave Lynch a unique perspective on American life, one that would come to define his body of work. From an early age, Lynch showed a keen interest in art, especially in drawing and painting. His love for visual art led him to study at the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts before transferring to the School of the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. However, it wasn't until Lynch discovered the world of film that his creative journey truly took off. He soon transitioned from painting to filmmaking, a medium he felt offered more freedom to explore his vivid imagination and emotional landscape. His passion for surrealism, absurdity, and dark themes became evident early in his career. It was in the late 1960s that Lynch made his first short film, Six Men Getting Sick, 1966, which was a minimalist, experimental piece that foreshadowed the hallucinatory, dreamlike sequences for which Lynch would become known. This short film, while modest, revealed his knack for creating unsettling atmospheres and bizarre visuals, setting the tone for his future work. Lynch's first feature film, Eraserhead, 1977, is arguably one of the most important works in the history of avant-garde cinema. Made on a shoestring budget and taking several years to complete, Eraserhead is a nightmarish exploration of anxiety, fatherhood, and industrialization. Its surreal visuals and eerie sound design struck a chord with audiences, and it remains a cult classic today. What made Eraserhead so powerful wasn't just its disturbing imagery, but its ability to evoke deep emotional responses without clear explanations. Lynch had created a world where reality and nightmare blended seamlessly, leaving the viewer questioning what was real and what was imagined. This film made Lynch an instant icon in the world of experimental cinema. The success of Eraserhead was the springboard for Lynch's future career, but it wasn't until the mid-1980s that he would become a household name with Blue Velvet, 1986. In Blue Velvet, Lynch turned his lens on suburban America, unearthing the darkness lurking beneath its pristine surface. The film's exploration of voyeurism, innocence, and corruption was both disturbing and mesmerizing. Starring Kyle MacLachlan, Isabella Rossellini, and Dennis Hopper, Blue Velvet became a critical and commercial success, earning Lynch several accolades and helping him establish his unique voice in mainstream cinema. Lynch's body of work continued to flourish through the decades, cementing his status as one of the most influential directors of his generation. In 1980, he directed The Elephant Man, a film based on the life of John Merrick, a severely disfigured man in 19th century London. The film, starring John Hurt and Anthony Hopkins, was both a commercial and critical success, earning Lynch his first Academy Award nominations for Best Director and Best Adapted Screenplay. Despite its more conventional narrative compared to his other films, The Elephant Man still carried Lynch's signature surrealism and thematic exploration of isolation and human suffering. In the early 1990s, Lynch made one of the most significant contributions to television with the creation of Twin Peaks. The series, which premiered in 1990, blended murder mystery, soap opera, and supernatural horror, making it a groundbreaking show for its time. Twin Peaks defied traditional TV conventions with its unique style, offbeat characters, and surreal elements. The show became a cultural phenomenon and is still regarded as one of the best television series of all time. The enigmatic nature of the show, the famous Who Killed Laura Palmer mystery, and its mix of the ordinary and the bizarre created a perfect storm for critical acclaim. But Lynch wasn't just about creating eerie, mind-bending narratives. He also embraced the exploration of human emotion, particularly the complexity of relationships. Films like Mulholland Drive, 2001, solidified Lynch as a master of psychological thrillers. In Mulholland Drive, Lynch's intricate web of mystery and reality bends around the story of an amnesiac woman trying to piece together the fragments of her memory in a dreamlike Hollywood. It was a complex narrative that required audiences to question their understanding of the story, the characters, and reality itself. Mulholland Drive earned Lynch his second Academy Award nomination for Best Director and was declared by many critics as one of the greatest films of the 21st century. Beyond his work in film and television, Lynch ventured into other creative mediums, such as music and art. He released several albums, including Crazy Clown Time, 2011, and The Big Dream, 2013, which showcased his eclectic taste in music and his penchant for blending surreal and haunting soundscapes with experimental rock. His art, often rooted in dark themes and abstract forms, has been exhibited in galleries around the world, further expanding his influence as a multimedia artist. David Lynch's personal life was as unconventional as his films. He married twice and had several children, but he remained a private individual, rarely letting the public into his personal affairs. However, Lynch was always vocal about his interest in transcendental meditation, TM, which he discovered in the late 1970s. He became an avid practitioner of TM, even founding the David Lynch Foundation in 2005. The foundation's mission was to promote the use of meditation to help reduce stress, promote peace, and improve mental health. Lynch attributed much of his creativity and calm demeanor to his practice of meditation, calling it an essential part of his life. Through his foundation, Lynch worked to bring the practice of meditation to schools, hospitals, and prisons, using it as a tool to help individuals deal with trauma, anxiety, and stress. Lynch's love for creativity extended beyond film and meditation. He was also an avid photographer and painter, consistently finding new ways to express his artistic visions. His passion for exploring the human mind and the boundaries of consciousness was evident in his wide-ranging projects, including his short films, photography, and conceptual art. To Lynch, life itself was an art form, a series of interconnected experiences waiting to be explored and understood. In recent years, Lynch's health began to decline. In August 2024, he publicly revealed that he had been diagnosed with emphysema, a lung disease often associated with smoking. Although Lynch had been a lifelong smoker, he had cut down on his habit in the past few years. The condition gradually affected his breathing and stamina, making it difficult for him to continue with his usual active lifestyle. Emphysema, which causes damage to the lungs and restricts airflow, is a progressive condition, and Lynch's health was significantly impacted by it. Despite his declining health, Lynch continued to work, often discussing his desire to keep creating until the very end. He remained an active figure in the creative world, engaging with his fans through social media and offering insight into his artistic process. Lynch's ability to continue producing art, even as his health deteriorated, was a testament to his unwavering dedication to his craft. On January 16, 2025, David Lynch passed away at the age of 78 due to complications related to emphysema. His death left a massive void in the world of cinema and art, and tributes quickly poured in from fans, fellow filmmakers, and artists. The creative world mourned the loss of one of its most enigmatic and influential figures, a man who was never afraid to challenge the norms and push the boundaries of what art could be. Lynch's legacy will live on through his groundbreaking work, which continues to influence filmmakers, writers, and artists around the world. His unique storytelling style, blending the surreal with the ordinary, opened up new possibilities for storytelling and creative expression. Many of the filmmakers and artists who came after Lynch have cited him as a major influence on their own work, admiring his ability to make audiences feel both uncomfortable and captivated at the same time. In the wake of his passing, tributes flooded in. Fellow director and longtime admirer Steven Spielberg described Lynch as a gracious man and fearless artist who followed his heart and soul and proved that radical experimentation could yield unforgettable cinema. Actors who worked with Lynch, including Kyle MacLachlan from Twin Peaks, shared heartfelt tributes, recounting their experiences on set and praising his genius, mentorship, and vision. David Lynch was more than just a filmmaker. He was a visionary artist who explored the deepest corners of the human psyche and the mysteries of life itself. His legacy lives on in the countless works of art he created, each one challenging us to think differently about reality, identity, and the boundaries of the human experience. His death marked the end of an era, but the worlds he crafted will continue to inspire generations to come. David Lynch was a true pioneer, a man who spent his life unraveling the complexities of our world, one surreal frame at a time. His work will forever be etched in the annals of cinematic history, and while he is no longer with us, his impact is eternal. As Lynch himself once said, "The idea is to see the world and make it your own, and then take that vision and share it with others." Through his films, his music, and his art, Lynch shared his vision, and in doing so, changed the world.